Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We're taking a quick look here at MOODENG. This coin is looking pretty nice, right for the taking here, just based on its local resistance range being swept and pretty much that macro descending trend line also tentatively breaking through. I'll explain more about that and just kind of help get best practice and big picture for scenarios like this, but we did just take a long position here with this coin as a community, and I want to kind of explain that so you understand kind of what goes into it. But furthermore too, kind of take a quick look at liquidation levels and just kind of quickly understand what's going on there. So thanks again for being an awesome part of my life. That's check number one. Check number two, hit the like button, comment below. The third and more appropriate consideration is using Bitunix if you haven't already. Link down below for that. This month they have a MacBook Pro and a Rolex they're giving away here for any high volume traders. So again, there's not a limit of one per community. It's pretty much anyone can qualify for that. So check that out, link down below for that. I don't want you to be incentivized to trade more because of that, but it's a nice benefit if you're already kind of a high volume trader. Quick congrats to our community members here on some nice profits from Chainlink and Pepe here recently. Link was a short, Pepe was a long. Again, good stuff there for my swing traders. So let's talk about MOODENG. What's going on in the back-end data first and foremost? Well, we want to look at liquidation, kind of see what's going on. It's pretty straightforward here though. That upper level liquidation been swept. As you can see, that range here at about, I'm going to round up a little bit, or more so round down, just say 29 cents. 2.29, 29 cents, that's that little area that got swept pretty hard here. So any shorts kind of got destroyed and had a bad day here recently. And what we're probably seeing here, and it's kind of hard to see without looking at the charts, but we can see that bullish backtest that 30-cent range. So strong likelihood of 30 cents is the tentative bottom for this coin. Keep in mind the trade signal that I sent out is a low leverage play. We're not going crazy with leverage. This is more of a long-term scenario because I feel like bigger picture this coin should continue to go higher. So again, lower leverage with more broader take profit targets makes more sense for this coin. That's just me personally because I like to limit my risk, and especially when I have a few hundred traders underneath me, I don't really like to take crazy trades. And pretty much, that's a thing in the past, right? If you're doing the same thing yourself, you're not finding a lot of consistency. There's a reason for it because liquidation is a terrible thing. We never get liquidated in our community. Take a look here though. We can see liquidation delta is high for long. So we got more longs in the market than shorts. And now that we've broken through a resistance level, bullishly backtesting it as a support, it's a strong chance we go up here from here. Okay. Let's take a look at some support here as well. This is based on open interest. You can just see the largest amount of positions at 28.5. So if the price pulls back to the 28-cent range, we can expect a lot of support in that 28.5-cent range. Okay, so good stuff there in that regard. Let's take a look at the daily time frame, kind of work our way down. And just again, from a macro perspective, we're tentatively, not officially, but tentatively above the 20-day SMA and that descending trend line. So today, as long as we can close 28.5 cents or higher, we're looking pretty solid. Again, that resistance range is right there at that local point of control. That's kind of more so a macro resistance range. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Today's the 9th attempt to break that level, and it's officially broken through. Granted, we haven't closed on the daily time frame yet, but there's a lot of contributing factors as to why we should remain above that level. Okay, so just some cool stuff there in that regard. We're also right here at 50 on the RSI. While I like to be above that level, to feel a little more confident in long position. The money flow index is above it, implying we have more sustainability, okay? When MFI is above the RSI, that's generally a very bullish sign, mainly because you have more volume flowing into the coin and it's considered to be underbought, right? So at this point here, people are going to start flowing in, they're going to start buying in, they're thinking this is a good value, okay? It's a lot of mindset and kind of psychology there, but the concept is that we have a nice convergence here on the MACD. We got a lot of confirming factors. So even though we're not over 50 on the RSI, we're really close to breaking out here and taking a nice, sweet, sweet amount of profit to the upside. Now, when it comes to profit targets, I'll talk about that here in just a moment, but generally speaking, local highs are good areas of consideration, as well as fib levels. Okay, so when you look at fib levels, some folks put way too much emphasis on this, and I can tell you that you take it with a grain of salt. Look at other things too, but for the most part, they can be helpful when taking profit. Right? And what I mean by that is if all you're using is fib levels to trade, you're doing it wrong. You want to use other confirming factors, but this kind of gives us a gauge here, right? We can see this local low here at this 0.236 fib level, that 33-cent range, where that level was retested multiple times until it broke. We're going to have to presume that this 33-cent range is going to be a resistance for us when it's retested, okay? We break through that, 40 cents is the next potential because you can see that local high here and so on. All right, so those are things you want to kind of look for. Having said that, 4-hour time frame where we're 50 on the RSI, money flow index above it, you're seeing a trend here, right? More money flowing into this coin, more sustainability, okay? Having said that though, 4-hour time frame looks pretty darn bullish. We got a MACD convergence. We're above all the important moving averages. While the 200-day SMA is important, that's up there about 35 cents. There's a lot of profit between now and then that can be taken. So please recognize that's a pretty significant margin. You got a good 15% continuation before we even hit that level. Bear in mind too, a lot of folks seem to think that moving averages are resistances. They're not. They're just general areas of consideration for securing profits. But more importantly, if you're above those levels, you can feel more confident in taking a trade in that direction. They're more so trend setters. And we're above all the short-term and macro trend lines. We look at Ichimoku Cloud, we're confirming here as well, looking very, very solid to the upside. Only consideration is that we may see a slight pullback here a little bit further, based on the simple fact that we are a bit on the overextended side. You take a look here at TD sequential. We're hitting a 9, that's basically just the overextended state. So again, a pullback to that point, basically 0.285 or 28.5 cents is that important area of consideration. That would be a good area to consider a long if it pulls back that far. A lot of it hinges on Bitcoin too. Is Bitcoin going to continue to retrace? It looks like it wants to pull back and potentially not break this this ascending type of trend. So a lot of this hinges on what Bitcoin does. For the most part, majority of the market's like that right now. But my speculation is that Bitcoin's going to bottom out in the 95, 94.5 range if it continues to pull back. And if so, that put us position us perfectly for this coin at that 29 to 28.5 cent range. So a lot of reasons why a long in this coin makes a tremendous amount more sense than a short. Don't be that one person that's shorting from 30 cents to 28.5 and posting on social media as to how amazing you are. Good for you. You just took a high-risk trade and you got lucky. Fantastic. All right. Again, don't trade like that. If you want to be more consistent and trade, with less risk, consider joining our Trading Academy community, Signals group. I highly recommend if you're going to be trading with me, though, make sure you read through my Signals guide so you understand how my trades are structured. And then obviously pay attention to trade alerts too, because I give you heads up on coins I'm planning to take trades with. Okay. So all good stuff there. Thanks again for just being an amazing part of my life. You've been watching me for a while. I actually asked my community earlier how long people have been watching. And some people said back from 2021. That's pretty amazing considering I started my channel then too. So cool stuff. Anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Thanks again so much for your time. Be safe out there. Take care.